Howdy, we're Campus Closet.
Hi, I'm Hunter Pearson.
My name is James Nolan.
I'm Nitin Pendakanti, and the other team members are Risha Prasad, Jack Sanchez, Ethan Langford, and Preston Bede. Our sponsor is TeamUp and Stephen Asher. So here's a quick introduction. TeamUp is basically building a thing called Apps for Good, which allows other students to create real world projects. This allows students to get real world experience while also improving their own technical skills. And our team, Campus Closet, has worked in close coordination with Stephen Asher, who was part of TeamUp. Here's our problem statement. So college students, especially in A&M, often struggle to afford essential clothing, specifically professional attire and other daily wear due to high cost of living. This financial hardship usually can negatively impact the student's participation and educational outcomes. Additionally, the traditional donation bins, which you find outside, are inefficient and lack the direct connection between a student and a donor. Here's our intended audience, use, and scope. So our audience is mainly students who are in need of clothing and donors who have an excess of clothing that they're willing to donate. The use is essentially college students who struggle to afford essential clothing, which hinder their participation and well-being in the campus, can have a platform that can positively impact them by getting them clothes when they're in need. Our scope is mainly right now focused on the A&M campus, so we're only on a single campus. We also allow students to browse donations, claim items, and also connect with vetted donors for pickups. This is mainly done through the chat feature and also the claim functionality. More so, we have certain aspects such as filters where you can filter clothes using sizes, colors, and gender. And we have maps which allow you to view the donor's location or view the recipient's donation so you guys can connect and meet together whenever you want to pick up an item. And here's our implementation.
Throughout our development process, we made various design decisions, including to only have Google OAuth and not have any internal password management. This is mostly due to security concerns, and it is much easier if there are no passwords to manage. However, this could be potentially limiting due to having to use a Google account, but all students at Texas A&M receive a tamu.edu Google account, so that should not be a concern for access. As well, only registered students are able to receive items, which is again, for now, Texas A&M students. This prevents unauthorized individuals from receiving clothing and narrows the target market to only college students, as well as including a basic UI, which focuses on functionality rather than style. Due to the limited time of one semester, our website is functional, but not necessarily easy to navigate. And the design is not especially intuitive, but it is simple once understood. However, could be improved in the future. The user flow for the student, the main things that the student can do is view items. However, you can view items without being logged in. But on the items page, you can see the donor's availability as well as see the donor's ratings on a scale of 1 to 5. You can request that item at the donor's availability, which they have marked. Once the item is requested, you can send a chats to the donor as well as review the donor after an item has been picked up. The donor can upload items themselves, can upload an image, whatever kind of item they like, with various parameters, create their own availability to mark when they are free to donate or drop off the items, as well as chat with the student once the item has been requested to try to arrange a meetup place, as well as confirm that the request has been completed after it is done and right before the student creates a review.
All right, so now we'll go on to a live demo. First off, I'll start with showing what the website looks like without being logged in. So without being logged into the website, you can view all of the items. You can show what the item looks like, and it'll give you this screen. You could go into the test donor page, and it'll show you any reviews that are left for the donor, as well as all of the donor's uploaded items. Next, you can view by type pages that will show only the types of clothing that was selected. So like currently I selected the shirt, so it's only showing me the shirt. You can also apply filters in order to show, in order to filter out the items. and it'll only show what's selected. Like currently I have selected green, and it shows the green clothing. Another specific thing for the by type pages is that you can select the size. So like I'll select medium for the shirt, and it'll show the one medium shirt. Next, I'll go on to the donor view. So now that we're logged in as a donor, we have access to the donor dashboard. From there, it'll show you can see the account details with options to edit and delete the account. You could show the available time slots, where currently I have 0 time slots available. You can also see uploaded items, past pickups, and current requests. Currently, there are no uploaded items that are available and no current requests. So we'll start off by creating a new item. For this, I have a black shirt, similar to the pickup that has already been created. So I'll select medium. Oh, wait. Black shirt, male. Shirt, size, medium, condition, use. And select the file. Okay, now we hit create item, and it'll go into the show item page. From there, you go back to the donor dashboard. You can see that it's been successfully uploaded, as well as in the home screen. It appears there as well. Next, I'll go to the student view and actually request the item. Okay, so we'll view the shirt, show the item. Okay, now we're here at the item to request it, but there are no time slots available. So the donor actually has to specify what time they're available for before the student can make the request. So we need to go back into the donor page, and we need to create a new time slot in order for the student to be able to pick in order for the student to request the item. So we'll go back into the donor page, go to the donor dashboard, we'll create a new time slot. We'll choose the time slot to be now is fine. And it automatically creates a 30-minute window for the time slot. All right, so now the time slot has been created. So we can go back to our student view. So we'll go back to the student, log back in as a student. We can go and show the item. So now we see that the time slot is available that we created. So we'll go and we'll request this time. Then we go to the student profile, and we can see a current request has been created. It shows the donor as well as the donor's link, the item description, the time slot, which we just created, and we can go to the chat, and there's a show map feature where it shows the location that the donor has on their profile. So we'll show off the chat. We'll type in a message. This is a test message 2. We'll send it. Next, we'll go to the donor page and verify that this has been sent. So we'll go to the donor page, the current request that we've created, go to the chat. We'll say, Hello. Next, we can go back to the student page and show that this message has also been sent. Now, obviously, in practice, this feature would want to be used in order to coordinate a time for the pickup and a location. But for these purposes, we'll just show off that it's available. Next, we'll go to the donor page and we will confirm that the item has been picked up. Okay, donor dashboard. We'll go and confirm that the item has been delivered. Hit OK. All right, now the item has been confirmed as a pickup. So we'll go back to the student page for one additional feature. So currently, whenever we click on the donor, we can see that it has an average rating of 5. So we'll go in and we'll leave a new review for this donor. We'll say it's a 4. Create the review. Now, if we go to the donors page, we can see the average rating is a 4.5. This shows that the rating has been successfully completed. Next, we'll show that the item has been removed from the home page. It is no longer available. This wraps up our demo. We'll go back and talk about the slides.
We've also included a diagram of our entity relationship diagram for our various databases. So the main things to note here is that items has a lot of foreign keys to the various different parameters that the users are allowed to select whenever they upload an item, as well as various foreign keys pickups associating it with donors, recipients, items, same for requests. The reviews are also associated with the user as well as a request, and a user is either a student, donor, admin, or it could be a combination of two of them, as well as time slots, which are foreign keys to donors as well.
So here are our results section. One of the main challenges and lessons we've learned is mainly with JavaScript. So when testing with JavaScript, we had to use JavaScript decorators, and it also made testing more difficult, specifically for buttons. We quickly learned that using Rail buttons was the way to go, as it has improved functionality and security, specifically when working with our platform. Additionally, the overall styling and navigation was difficult as many of our team members didn't have much experience in UI UX design. However, we've shortly overcome that and been able to create a website that's more navigable and easy to the eye. For our testing, testing was required for all stories. We used RSpec and Cucumber, Cucumber mainly for the front end and RSpec for the controller tests. Additionally, we had a YAML script that was running on GitHub, which automated the testing process whenever we pushed code to the GitHub. In total, we've had 100% test coverage for RSpec and Cucumber. Additionally, we've been able to improve the development process through effective usage of BDD and TDD. Like what I was saying with the GitHub Actions, we were able to automate those processes. Additionally, it was difficult to stick with in the beginning. Mainly creating front-end tests was fairly difficult for a lot of us, but it was fundamental to effective software development. We realized that we had a lot of bugs and issues with our code after we've written it, mainly by testing it through Cucumber and RSpec tests. So now for future improvements. Donors should be able to accept or decline item requests. As of now, whenever a donor receives a request for an item, it is only a one-way street, meaning that a donor could only get a request from one other student, rather than a donor could get many requests from many students, and then the donor could choose who they give it to using an accept or decline button. Additionally, it automatically makes the item's request and time slot reserved. Additionally, we want to do some security improvements. Many pages should not be able to be directly accessed, but can be accessed through the URL. That is an issue, and we should not allow users to be able to view those sites. Additionally, data deletion. Foreign keys prevent some pieces of data to be deleted even when we don't need it anymore, especially for user accounts. This is very necessary for users' privacy concerns.